Good afternoon. My name is Kelvin Roberson. I'm with the Urban Healthcare Initiative Program. And this afternoon or this evening, we are going to be doing a presentation on healthy eating. We will be emphasizing healthy vegetables, fruit and vegetables, and making smoothies. Today we have Chef Abraham of, I want to say Montclair, but that's probably no.
Montclair Abe Foods.
Of Abe Foods will be doing the presentation today, as he's done many times for us before. And so Abe, let's kick it up.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I want to start off by simply saying, I know a lot of us believe that smoothie is that healthy treat or drink to go to. It is and it isn't, okay? Once you start pulsating the fruit, it actually changes the molecular structure of it. It also changes the nutrition value. So, but the good news is that there's ways where you can compound that, okay? Simply by adding your favorite green fruit. Today I'm going to be using baby spinach. Generally, I also have some kind of fiber to add to it also. Once again, when you blend your fruit, it loses fiber. It loses a lot of its nutrition. So I say, if you don't care to eat a fruit whole because it takes too long, whatever, chop it up, make it a snack. You know. That being said, also add in some blue wild berries. Okay, so today's combination is going to be blueberry, pineapple, strawberry. And of course, I will alternate, you know, the blueberry out. Everyone doesn't care for blueberry. At least they think that they don't care for it, because a lot of times when I make these type of smoothies, and without people knowing what's in it, you know, they love it. And some people, once you let them know what's in it, oh, I hate blueberries, I hate spinach. You know what I mean? You don't like the way you had eaten them in the past. So sometimes taking in our not so favorite vegetables, you know, could be digestible, you know, if we eat them differently. So that being said, I'm going to make the first smoothie. What's the total count here today, at the moment? Okay, all right. All right, so this is about a 8-ounce, 10-ounce cup. Normally, for a lot of the customers and clients, they come in 20 ounces. A lot of people do tell me in the morning when they get the oatmeal that I prepare with them and with the smoothie, it actually hold them past 1 o'clock before their hunger pains start really kicking in. So, and I always tell them that that's due to some of the sugar too that's inside the smoothie. All right. I make up honey water, add a little sweetness to it, and I add lemon juice also to it. Give it that little pop. Some of the feedback I have received when they have it on one of my smoothies, especially the ones that I add cherry to, it reminds them of their childhood icy that they used to eat. It has that kind of flavor. So I don't know who grew up eating the Marinos, little yellow cups of ices. So this is another way, once again, to signal back to your childhood food that really gets us wanting to eat certain things. Food invokes memories. So, you know, when you're having a smoothie, I must admit what it does give you that, it gives you that freedom to say, okay, I started off good eating, you know, so, you know, let me take the next step in eating something, and the next thing, you know, you're on your way. So smoothies, although, and I want to reiterate, is not the most healthiest thing for you by itself, because it changes the sugar count, the whole structure, versus eating the whole fruit. But I said, that being said, adding some things to it, vegetables, some type of dark berry, and fiber, which could be, I prefer a pear because that's the strongest fiber. Apples also have fiber, but apples also have a high sugar content. So we don't want to add sugar to the sugar that we already had. So let's get on, all right? I want to add blueberries first. When I make this smoothie, the science to it is you add your smallest fruit first, your softest fruit. So that's going to ignite the other fruit to start to pulsate. A lot lot of times with smoothies or bad smoothie machines, the fruit starts to get stuck, and you don't really get that real type of smoothie. So, you know, there's a small little technique, no rocket science stuff, you know. So that's about 4 ounces of the honey lemon water.
Sir, what is it? Pineapple?
I'm sorry.
What's the pineapple?
Okay, the first one was the blueberry.
Blueberry.
Okay.
The song.
Pineapple.
Okay.
Okay.
And the first ingredient was the lemon honey water. Okay. And that's, I would say, half a cup of honey with 2 quarts of water. You know, you don't want it too sweet, but you just want enough to take the acidic taste out. And these are the smaller ones. I normally get the larger bags. This is a 4 ounce.
Strawberries, right?
Yes. Okay, then I add the yogurt to it for the first one. I'll do the name brand Faju with it. And I normally add 2 to 3 tablespoons. And what this gives it, a lot of people, you know, even customers have expressed to me after having dinner, they have a sweet tooth. When they start to throw out the smoothie, it has this ice cream consistency, you know, so like when you're trying to wean yourself off of something, you're looking for textures that was similar to the texture that was causing you issues. And yogurt is one of those ways where you can achieve that also. So, and you don't have to use yogurt either, just so you know. And I can do one without yogurt, so you see the difference in the textures. There's a big difference.
That's,
Okay.
what is that, sir?
This is about a 1/4 cup of spinach that I'm adding to it now.
All right.
Okay, and that's pretty much it. All right, just to reiterate, blueberries should go in first. It's the smallest. It actually gives the incentive for everything else to move smoothly. Pineapples, and also the strawberries. Greek yogurt. You can use whatever yogurt that you choose. I choose to use the Greek yogurt. It has a stronger probiotic count to it versus just regular traditional sugared yogurt, flavored yogurt. Okay.
Let me ask you something, sir. How often can you drink it every day or every so often?
I would suggest drinking a fruit smoothie every single day. But hypothetically say that's your thing, that's what you do, because most people do something, whether it's a candy bar every day, you know what I mean? You gotta figure out, you know, I guess the best, worst thing for you, you know, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? You might not be able to chew your food, you might not be able to eat. There might be a reason why you're gravitating towards some kind of nutrition versus not eating nothing that's nutritious all day.
Okay.
But me, I'm maybe 10 times a month if I do a smoothie after 30 days, because I know that I start liking them, and they can make me lazy and want to cook things, because I'm starting to believe that this is good for me totally. But a green smoothie is a total different monster than the fruit smoothie. That's why I say you should supplement by adding nutrients like some type of green, your favorite green vegetable, okay? I tend to do smoothie. I'm sorry, spinach, baby spinach, all right. So we're gonna make it. All right, so you hear how it's clogging up now?
Yes.
All right. You might have missed it earlier when I said you have to have this stuff balanced, because if not, it doesn't spin right instantly. Case in point, right now, generally by adding a little bit more honey water, you know, you could gauge it more easier versus you putting too much honey water in it. Because sometimes even when I do 4 ounce to whatever the measurements are, doesn't always get that kickstart. And that's sometimes because I use frozen vegetables. Frozen fruit. One of the frozen fruit might be a little bit more tender than the other, or have thawed out more. But that's a good thing, in my opinion, to use the frozen fruit because it becomes a real cold treat. Versus I find not my preference is if I just use fruit that's not frozen, it's just syrupy. It doesn't have this funness to it, you know. It's just black. And remember, you can always add in a liquid, but you can't take it out. So. Definitely more on the thicker side. And the first three people would like to try? So first four.
Yep.
This is on the thicker side. The next one I'll make a little bit more loose so you can see the different textures. Yes, there's this one right there to your left.
Oh, okay.
There you go, sir. Thank you. You're very much welcome. How you doing today, man?
All right, yourself?
Pretty good.
Thank you. You Chef Abraham?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He says they have some healthy recipes on the table.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so, if, how many people haven't had any yet? I know you do have, okay, would you guys like the same pairing or you like a different pairing than the next one?
This is really good.
Thank you. Different? Okay, all right, so I'll probably just take out the blueberries because the blueberry changes it drastically as you see, you know, and you don't need that much of it. So because a lot of that, the skin, that makes it thick too. And when I find out like some people who have like stomach issues, or they got GERD, this is definitely not something that you really want to be dealing with, period. But if you have to, you definitely want to stay away from your dark berries, stuff with the seeds that catch your gut. And you definitely want to be adding some vegetables and some type of fiber like pear, you know, so it don't sit in your gut. All right.
What if you're a diabetic?
I would not be touching this if you are a diabetic at all. And that's the other thing, knowing your numbers. What's healthy for me isn't healthy for you. I know I'm probably speaking to the choir here, but I'm sorry, go
Or
ahead.
if the doctor tells you you're pre-diabetic?
Definitely, and I'm sure when your doctor told you that you was pre-diabetic, he or she should have said, you know, you're not doing fruit smoothies, are you? You know, to encourage you to eat whole fruit. Should have sent you out there with some type of diet in writing. So, but no, and I'm not a doctor, and I don't pretend to be. That's why I tell people check what your numbers are. Right? Know what when I mean numbers, your cholesterol, your diabetic, your body fat count, because that's what they do during the basic physical. And I actually had them walk me through it maybe 10, 12 years ago when I got serious about what possibly could happen to me because what's in my family. So they could tell you what some of those markers are. So far, so good. All right, so you said you want it different. Okay, we're gonna leave out the blueberries, and we're gonna put the pineapples in. Just a little bit of blueberry mix in there from the previous one, but I don't think it'll be enough for us to get all crazy about it. So we're gonna add some more strawberries.
Ava, there's some non-sugar items that you can add instead of like the strawberries and still like make the smoothie a little healthier.
And that's what I was stating earlier. I use vegetables. I prefer to use spinach, you know. So like the one that they have right there, they have spinach in it. So, and a lot of people, you know, people don't even like spinach, you know what I
And
mean?
you can
But
barely taste the spinach, that's why it's really good, you don't even hardly taste it.
absolutely. Do you taste a little lemon pucker to it?
Just a little, yeah.
Like, yeah, so, you know, food, you know, I find out, you know, we like food that sounds fun, you know what I mean? And that's
Right.
sometimes kind of weird to say, but your mouth knows when it sounds fun, you know what I mean? You might not know, you know what I mean? But your mouth will definitely let you know.
Now, one other question. Does it make a difference what type of blender you're using?
Yes, it does. Try to get something that's at least 1,200 horsepower. That's almost sort of standard now, but like I prefer a Blendtec and I prefer a Vitamix. And when I go to, I guess, a lower economical end, I go to the strongest Ninja, which is about 1,500. So, and I use it for different things. You know, you make soups, gravies, soft ice creams in it. You know, and that's the thing about the smoothie. When you start making stuff and like this, it starts opening up your mind. What else can you do here? What else can you make healthier? You know, so it's just, for me, it's just, you know, at least having that consciousness, knowing that you should change because our life depends on how we eat, and we ain't gonna stop eating unless, you know, we stop eating. So, all right, I'm doing measurements by eyes, and like I said, it depends on the client, what the recipe is based on. Like I said, some people like it real liquidy. Some people like it like, you know, a slushy. Some people like it like a milkshake. And that's where the yogurt comes in. That it gives you like that milkshake quality. So, all right, I'm gonna add a little bit more strawberry this time. A little more pineapple. Did this group want with yogurt or without yogurt?
Surprise me, chef. You guys wanna try this one? And this one without the yogurt. And it's
still thick. There's a spoon right there to your left.
Where's the spoon?
I said, Chef, you can have a little bit, not too much. We can share. Sharing skin. Ahí estamos bien, there you go.
That's good.
Yep, that's great.
All I need is a taste.
Now for you, for you. Picture like hot with your lips.
That's all right.
Last
We have plenty
I
of,
gave it to my staff.
we have plenty more. I just want to get a consensus of what people might like.
You're the best. And can you make it and freeze it for later?
All the time.
Oh,
For the most part, I do a couple of different ways. Sometimes I put them in a quart container and put it in the freezer. Normally, it takes, I would say, from overnight to taking it out the freezer in the refrigerator, at least 4 to 5 hours. You know, it'll be a good texture for you to just stir it up, constitute it back, and it'll come back to that smoothness. It might not look like it in the beginning. You're like, how the hell is this gonna come back? Just keep stirring it up, and you'll see it come back to what that looks like. So yes, all the time. You know, so it's probably like sometimes meal prep, and what that does for me, it helps me cut down because I don't have to worry about making it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, making this every single morning, if you do it right, if you clean like I'm clean, the whole cleaning process, you know, you can't leave nothing sticky around. So yeah, definitely freezer. Okay. The next one, I'm just gonna be predominantly a little bit veggie. Okay. And I'm gonna add a yogurt to it, and I'm gonna add all the fruit back to it. But the main difference is just gonna have a little bit more vegetable. Because see, the consistency is, I'm getting the feedback that people want to have more vegetables in it. So I guess you get to see what it can possibly taste like.
Is this the green smoothie or?
No, this is the mix. And I should have brought enough vegetables to make a green smoothie. So next time I will do that. I will bring both so people can actually see. You know, you had your ginger, your carrots. There's a lot of good veggie smoothies out there, but you don't. Well, I'll speak for myself. I necessarily don't have it the same texture as this right here because it's kind of thick. So you know, but once again, it goes back to preference too.
For mine, I've been using almond milk.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that instead of.
Yeah, you can use whatever liquid you desire. You know, so I choose to use lemon honey water. I know a lot of people that do almond milk in their smoothie, because in a lot of ways they're looking for that same texture like a milkshake, or at least something like silky. So that's what the almond milk provides. I definitely normally have a total different spoon. Using this little spoon right now to me is so foreign. I'm like, it's way too many steps.
It tastes the same, he used to bake a long
Thank you.
time.
Now, is this the smoothie, you know how some people be using a peanut butter?
A lot of people, I work in juice bars where, like I said, the combinations are unlimited. People do a lot of protein, you know what I mean? They mix like the whey powder with peanut butter, chocolate cocoa. You know, they add the chia seeds to it, you know, so you have bananas. But bananas is definitely not recommended if you pre-diabetic or whatever, because that banana, the sugar content just goes through the more it ripens, the sweetener it gets anyway. So, you know, when you put that sucker in here, I mean, I love a good banana inside my smoothie, you know what I mean? That, you know, so, but just be careful with it. Yeah, there's some more, so save your spoons, yes.
Okay.
There is more,
I have a question.
yes.
Do you ever, and when you have trouble with your blender, do you ever stick a wooden spoon up,
You have
tamp it down?
to be, the Vitamix come with the tamper.
I know, I have that, that's why I
Yes,
asked.
and if you saw me just now, this doesn't come with an tamper, it doesn't even have a little guard. So all I have is this spatula, and I kind of tap it, because if I go too far,
Yeah.
it shows over. You know what I mean? So so yeah, be careful. Yeah, most definitely. And that's why a lot of times it's like sometimes that's an art. You know, sometimes you get it right with the measure, like I said, the fruit, but you can't take water out or whatever liquid you use, but you could always put back in. So this one is very loose. This is what people say is a traditional smoothie. You go to juice, it's so loose and like liquidy, and I never cared for a smoothie like that.
So that one's without the yogurt?
No, this one has everything.
Is that
in it.
yogurt as well?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but it's not as frozen like the previous ones. Anybody want to try this one? It's more liquidy. Definitely. Yeah. This might challenge you. Oh, no, sorry about that. Yeah. All right. If anybody got that old cup, but
Oh, I didn't
I
bring
mean,
the right cup.
it's not no worry. Just you can grab that.
Oh, I can grab this one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine.
Try this one too?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're welcome. There you go, too. Yeah. There's some lids up here also.
Thank
You want to try this one? That's the grown-up one. All right. So that's the grown-up one for today. All right.
Oh, Mr. Officer over there said you want to try some.
I gotta make one.
Oh, you make more?
That's enough. Yes.
Yep, make more. I think the officer said you wanted to come sit down.
Take the chalkiness of the spinach. You spinach a lot. It's kind of like puckery.
The strawberry has a lot.
Yes. Brother man in the back, one more? All right. Gotta make sure those legs are right for the bad boys, right?
Yes, sir. I will.
All right, you can, I can. 13 pieces so far.
Matt Miller gave me the paper. I gave him that little paper.
Oh, I know, I'm just counting.
Oh,
I'm having
okay.
everybody.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I
He's on his phone over here, it doesn't matter, he's in the room, he counts.
yeah, so she gave him to the paper. She gave him the
So we have
paper.
14 people.
There you have it.
Oh, this is really fun, I hope they come back again.
This is good. Really.
I believe I'm getting sugar high now.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Okay, so it's just a yogurt fruit one.
Can you help my friend over there, please?
Yes.
Make sure he gets some.
Yeah, this for the officer, give him a nice big cup.
That's the beverage and
You're welcome. Anyone like any more with the cups? Those spoons were, oh, there's no more spoons?
You need more spoons?
Yes. You sure?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, anybody want another round? I have more fruit.
Like, toss a little bit more on top of it. Right? Hold on, just toss a little bit more on top. Kelvin goes first.
Oh,
No, Kelvin, you go first. You got no cup in your hand.
I get your leftovers, that works.
we're gonna make a new one for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Ooh, is that, so does that one have spinach too?
No,
How much?
it's the only one that I have spent.
The next one with spinach.
Okay, gotcha. There
And
you
you could throw a little yogurt in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna try something new.
She got the hang of ordering, right?
Yeah.
She like, I need my spinach and my yogurt in there.
Please and thank you.
There you go.
This is what goes so bad.
Thank you. Are those open?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'll put it right there.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Try your spinach
I'm
one.
coming.
This one is much looser though. Okay.
Don't be a hater.
Put some in my cup.
Oh, that's your nice little thing.
This one is much looser.
I don't eat dinner now.
And that spinach, yeah, I want to
Yes.
try spinach.
I'm full.
Like, listen, Frank, this week I had so many burgers, I'm like, every week something.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
See, and
Everyone's different.
yep, everybody has a different texture on it. Thank you. What you want, man? I don't wanna waste nothing, you know what I mean? Would you like to try some, or are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Want all of it? Okay.
Great job, Chef,
All right.
great job.
Thank you. All right, so the next couple ones that I'm gonna do is all strawberry, okay? So if people like strawberry milkshakes. I mean,
You must say,
all right.
I'm tapped out.
No, I mean, this is like the real fun one, you know what I mean? It's like a milkshake for real.
Fantastic, so we will try.
You know what I mean?
We'll look forward to anything.
I mean, especially for those of you who had your spinach today, right?
If you insist, we'll try.
You all right?
Huh?
And I definitely put at least a half a cup, maybe half a cup and a quarter cup of yogurt to get that texture.
I don't know, she said it's fine, she said it's fine.
So what's the mixture of the honey water, lemon water again?
It's about, say, 6 ounces to 2 liters.
2 liters of water.
Yeah. So, and
6 ounces of honey.
and 1/4 cup of lemon. That's why you got like that.
Okay,
That
that's
little pucker.
1/4 cup of lemon juice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to taste these?
Any volunteers? All I need is taste.
I said, I'm Dickerson, I'm saving the other one for the morning. I'm coming.
It's right there in the cup.
Uh,
Got the strawberry, right?
Yeah.
I'm even.
I'm not gonna need no dinner when I go
That's
home.
what I'm saying.
It's my dinner.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna keep you full for a good little minute, so.
I'm done.
I'm about to say, guess who has breakfast for tomorrow?
Oh, boy.
Got a little connection.
You can dial back the lemon, obviously.
Yeah.
I think I had a
That's
little bit
good.
too much lemon today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest.
Is more in there? Is more in there, chef?
That's it. You got more.
I can make more.
You can make another one.
Yes, I like to
So-
try the strawberry.
Okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
Is it 5? Oh, okay, I got it.
Good night.
Good night.
Right.
Guys, if you guys
Okay.
can complete those surveys and turn them in, I really appreciate that. If you turn those surveys in, great.
Survey to.
Yes, please, please submit those surveys for us. This helps the team really evaluate, maybe give them some, things we can improve on.
And also with the
You see,
surveys,
I got your back. I got
put your email address on there, we'll notify you of future events.
Yeah, these smoothies, they don't warm you up. That's the downside in a cold building. Those of us who grew up in public schools, we know the
Just bought it. Just bought it.
Like those little standard, like those music sheet records. And it's portable so you can travel. They're right here, it's fine. Please leave a survey on your so they can just kind of get it. I've been trying to tell you, I don't be losing my brain. I'm a genius. Don't be jealous.
Gonna get the other ones? Okay.
Okay. Any more, the last bit of strawberry?
That's it. I'll say, I'm good. I'm stuffed and I have something tomorrow. Good. No, those are for me. That's not for them. Yeah, I got some
They
fruits
gotta
and
be
then
cut
some skin.
somewhere.
I got to.
It's good.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was 30 of them. That's what, yeah, I thought people were using that. That was the stuff that
I tried.
Yes, yes. No, I think after a while, everybody just said the hell with it.
That's true.
And you got your survey, right?
Yes.
They actually, they
Oh,
fill
you
them
filled it out already?
They fill them out.
Okay. Okay, let me do mine.
Does anybody have a cup and want a refill?
You
I
can
think
talk
I'm
me out.
fine, thank you.
I must have left it somewhere. I don't know. She's in the office or something. Yeah, we got, look. Here's it.
Yes, we important people now.
Yeah, I think I left my work phone.
I want Kelvin to have a cup. I'm
I
like,
don't know, we had nobody to call.
I was saying, listen, you see my cups? I got my cups ready this morning. Prepared. This is my garbage. That's my garbage.
see that one? What is it? Is it a fast, no, special ed?
It's like a foreign one. Give me your key.
Foreign one?
Yeah.
How we going?
Which one that foreign one?
Good,
Foreign
good.
one,
She's loving it.
Then I'm not famous.
Yeah, it's just a smoothie. It's just a smoothie.
She knows everything about being blind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
I'm so glad that she went just because of that.
Oh, okay. Would you like a tote as well?
Yes, ma'am.
But she was getting brain injury. She had a distaste.
Okay, who got get a survey?
Me.
Okay.
After leaving West
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think
Oh, okay. Yeah, if
she's
you're interested for,
she's about our culture.
Everett, you have our information, right?
Yes, I did.
That's what happens, like that influence.
Yeah, well, I spoke to her
Like,
already.
if you take a certain position,
I have one
you
bag
know,
of.
give them a hand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You need a bag.
Yeah.
Right, go to the
Right.
store.
Exactly.
Do you order your bag?
And she ready to go to battle with anybody when it comes to.
I got one.
No, but.
Hey, man, and that's what it takes, that kind of energy, you know. She'll balance everything out, you know. My daughter, she's
Yeah, absolutely. But you can definitely reach out. I don't do that anymore. We have done it.
How she like to fill it?
yeah, I did. I got one.
I was about to tell you. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I was like, damn. She's always studying when she's out. It's like she's always studying. You know what I mean? With her friends. I'm about group
Yeah, thank you so much.
So she got her first law school grades and she got B's. So, you know, she was bummed about it. Real bummed. All get at there is
Next time,
fail or you get those grades. So she bummed that she had a B. And I said, well, just cut off just a little bit. I said, that's the rest of it. That's what's like, we gave you a little bit more time to study. So, you know, I don't know if she believes it, you know what I mean, but I said, try it.
She appreciates the challenge.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's definitely a challenge for her.
Perfect.
I just know about this today.
She said, because half the challenge is the,
We can actually.
And then I'll
sit
definitely
the
there
just follow
professors
like
ideology versus that you can know something is not the way that they are saying, especially coming from your perspective. They're trying to tell you about why you're, where you come from, why it looks the way it looks.
Well, Lord, you want to send
So,
over
I
you.
said,
Oh, it's like this, look.
Last time